And of course, when the game came out, what were your immediate reactions to like the community levels? And was it what you had expected?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, this is taking me back. So I think that there was a small scale beta as well. Or there was like friends and so I think the biggest shock about the community, because clearly the answer to that question is the community astounded us repeatedly over the years and in new ways, right? Like as Little Big Planet has become like an older thing, and like there have been problems and dramas and servers and I don't know what else. I've not been intimately involved for years, but the community reinvents itself at each time there's new problems and surmounts new hurdles. So the times that I can talk about are, the early days. And I remember we did this friends and family beta, which was basically friends of us and PlayStation employees, basically. And it was to test the servers. It wasn't really to test if the game was good or not. It was just to see if it all kind of stuck together. And the levels that were created were awful. I mean, utter shit. And the thing is, we had no idea what the community would be able to make, right? We had no yardstick for like, what would a good community level be like, because there weren't any. And so this first beta was like a really tense moment for us. And obviously we'd used the tools to build Little Big Planet 1 story mode. And it is true that we didn't cheat. Little Big Planet 1, the designers really did have to, use the PlayStation controller. We had tools for like doing QA to speed up the things like translation into other languages and some audio things that, weren't like the backdrops, for example, are pre-made in Little Big Planet. So, but everything that could be made on the PlayStation was on the PlayStation. So we believed in the tools. We believed that the actual, creative tools were good, but we'd never seen a community person who wasn't being paid, by the hour to do it.
Right.
And the Friends and Family beta was awful. Like the greatest level, and I will never forget, it was just the blank white canvas background. They hadn't even swapped in the background. And then you ran through it horizontally and there was nothing to do. I think there was maybe a spike on its side. There was one peril. And then like a cardboard Millennium Falcon came down and some confetti went off, and that was the end of the level. And that was the best level I found, I think, in the first week of the Friends and Family beta. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be painful. Anyway, then we went to the actual beta, alpha, I can't remember what we called it, alpha or beta. And I think within the first week we had like calculator and we had like insane things which immediately did things that we had no idea were possible to do in the game. Like as in the levels already exceeded in terms of fun, in terms of like quirkiness, in terms of replayability, in terms of like bizarre, crazy contraptions that you could build, already exceeded what we'd built in a week.